Ooh, Black Kyurem versus White Kyurem. Which is better to use in Pokemon GO? Well, we will find that out together, alright? So, hi to all of you guys. So yes, today we're going to compare White Kyurem and Black Kyurem in raids. And maybe I'll explain to you guys which is better overall in other situations too. Alright, Black Kyurem is very angry, he wants to get into action already. But if you guys are wondering how to get yourself the Black Kyurem or the White Kyurem, you need to get yourself the Fusion Energy, alright? The Fusion Energy for the Volt Fusion Energy and also the Blaze Fusion Energy. In order to get those, you have to raid Black Kyurem to get the Volt Fusion Energy. And White Kyurem, you get yourself the Blaze Fusion Energy. I was lucky enough to do a lot of raids during the Unova tour. I was able to get myself that. And then last night during the live stream, I actually fused a total of 6 more extra Black and White Kyurem, making a full team of 6 White Kyurems and also 3 Black Kyurems. The White Kyurems, the reason why I have 6, well, in short, it is better than the Black Kyurem in many situations, and I'll explain to you guys why. Okay, but let's go ahead to do the test right now. So I have prepared 2 test subjects. The Black Kyurem with Dragon Tail and Fusion Bolt and Free Shock. I'll be using Dragon Tail and also Free Shock. The other one I'll be using Ice Fang and Ice Burn. There's also Fusion Flare. So the reason why we want to do that is because we want to use White Kyurem as a pure Ice type attacker. And then Black Kyurem actually is a good Dragon attacker and also an Ice attacker. Also is decent if combined together, but many a times those Pokemon that are double weak to Ice, you might as well just use White Kyurem. Okay, Pokemon like Rayquaza, Mega Rayquaza, or like I said, anything that's double weak to Ice, you really just want to use White Kyurem itself. Then there are other situations that you want to use White Kyurem also. So I'll explain to you guys in a bit after we have done the test. So let's go ahead to remote into this Sable Eye and let's see how quickly we can get it down to, I guess, Enrage mode. Okay, so once it's Enrage mode, it means that it is, I guess, the timer. Okay, hello? Hello? Okay, finally. Not sure why it took so long. But anyway, yes, we'll be using the Black Kyurem first and see how long it takes to get it down to Enrage mode. Okay, and then from there, then we will do the same for the White Kyurem also. Alright, from my understanding, the Black Kyurem would actually deal more damage, than the White Kyurem. But whatever the case is, you can see that the Black Kyurem actually doesn't have Ice type fast move. It has Shadow Claw, Dragon Tail, and I think that's about it, and it only has those 2 moves as the fast move. Whereas White Kyurem, you have Ice Fang as the fast move, and both of them, they work very differently, especially if you want to use their adventure effects also, which I'll explain in a bit too. But let's go to see how this goes down. Okay, 180 seconds on the clock. Okay, great. So we'll be using our Free Shock, despite the fact that we actually get weather boost from the Fusion Bolt because it's currently raining in game. Okay, but let's go with this. We've got Power Gem. Oh my, that's gonna hit pretty hard. Okay, there we go. Awesome. I hope we can get it down to Enrage mode though. And you can see we used 2 Free Shock, but it's actually only 1 Free Shock that got activated. Okay, I'm not sure though if we can actually get it down to there. But we'll try still. Okay, we're gonna dodge that. I hope I dodged that. Okay, great, we dodged. Okay, we have to dodge a second time. We dodge a second time, yeah. Later we'll do the same, we'll dodge twice. Okay, awesome. Are you enraging soon? Okay, enrage 140, let's quit. So we dodged twice, Power Gem. So we will do that. We got hit by 2 Power Gems. Okay, 140, it means that we took 40 seconds to get it down to Enrage mode. Okay, let's put that 40 seconds. Okay, awesome. And we'll do the same again for the White Kyurem, and after we'll take it down also. Okay, great. Create lobby, and let's go here, and then we're gonna do tests. Okay. So like I said, both White Kyurem and Black Kyurem, they work rather differently. So I'll explain to you guys in a bit, okay? And there's a reason for that. You guys can even see that the fusion move that it has Fusion Bolt. For the Black Kyurem means it does electric damage, whereas White Kyurem has Fusion Flare, which does fire type damage. That's why it's fused from Reshiram. And then the Black Kyurem is fused from Zekrom itself, which is an electric type dragon Pokemon, right? Okay, so now let's see how long it's going to take us to get it down to Enrage mode. Okay, excuse me, my throat isn't feeling the best today. Still slowly recovering. Okay, there we go, 180 on the clock, I saw that. And the good thing about Ice Burn is that it's actually a 2-bar charge move instead of a 1-bar charge move. We did only one Ice Burn, but it went twice. Okay, for some reason. See, it's just very glitchy. The second animation did not show at all. Okay, but there we go. See, it just did 2 Ice Burn. Why? Excuse me. 1 Ice Burn damage went through, the other one did not. Okay, but that was 2 Ice Burn. Okay, I'm gonna get hit by 1 more Power Gem. Let's dodge that first. We have to dodge 2 Power Gems, remember? Okay. But I think the RNG seems to be a bit different for this one. Okay, we get hit by another Power Gem. Go ahead. Enrage mode. Are you going to Enrage already? Nope. I think it's using its charge move. And it's not going to Enrage mode. Are you going to Enrage? Supposed to Enrage like just not long ago already. Okay, but I would say they Enrage at about 135. Okay, about 135. So let's give it 45 seconds. Okay, for it to Enrage. That was not really the best, but whatever, Brendan. Okay, 45 seconds. So it wouldn't work too. Oh, it works, okay. You want to know why it doesn't work at all? Because number 4 look like A, number 5 look like S. So if you put number 4, number 5 and S at the back, you guys know what it spells. Okay, so anyway, not the first time I've seen something like that, but I'm just surprised that it actually happened on video. But you guys can see that the Black Kyurem actually does more damage than the White Kyurem itself in that situation and in many other situations also. But like I said, if the Pokemon like Rayquaza or Mega Rayquaza that is double weak to Ice, using White Kyurem is better. I mean, yes, Rayquaza is also weak to Dragon, so if you use Dragon Tail, you still do super effective damage, but you're not going to do double super effective damage with your fast move. So in that scenario, the White Kyurem is better than the Black Kyurem. Alright, another scenario that I would say the White Kyurem is better. In rocket battles, when you battle like the flying type grunt, I actually like using the White Kyurem a lot. Usually I'll just use the Ice Fangs for the first 2 Pokemon, especially if the second Pokemon is Gligar, because Gligar is only double weak to Ice. Everything else is like, even if you use Rock and use Electric, it will be resisted or just neutral damage. So that you have to take into consideration, even though Flying is weak to Rock, Flying is weak to Electric, but because of the ground typing also, it makes it resisted or, neutral damage. So using Ice type move, it becomes double weak to Ice. So I use White Kyurem to actually take down the first 2 Pokemon with fast moves, and then just Ice Burn the last Pokemon. Even if it's going to be Pidgeot, and then you just swipe 3 bubbles. Normally I just hold in the middle of the screen, and then when the Ice type, the bubbles come down, I will then just hold and just have the 3 bubbles, automatically just in a way gotten, I guess. 75% of the bubble swipe is enough, right? I just hold in the middle of the screen. If you guys haven't seen me live stream that, come and check it out. Okay, so as for Black Kyurem, I use it only in one scenario against the Rocket, and that is against the starter Rocket Grunt. Alright, so if it's Bulbasaur, Wartortle, Blastoise, Charizard, great. I will then use the Fusion Bolt on the second Pokemon, even if it's Ivysaur, which resists Electric, it's fine. Okay, it will then be almost down to taking out the last Pokemon. Then, if it's Venusaur for the last Pokemon, I will Free Shock, 1-shot KO. But if it's Charizard or Blastoise, I will then use Fusion Bolt. It will do super effective damage to those 2 Pokemon. That's the usefulness of the Black Kyurem. Of course, you can use other Dragon type Pokemon also, but Black Kyurem seems to be the best option in that scenario. So in terms of its their adventure effects though, the Black Kyurem Free Shock, if you guys see it over here, cause an electrical charge ice for 10 minutes, immobilizing Pokemon during encounters, makes Pokemon easier to catch, including with connected accessory devices. So what this means that is a permanent Nana berry being used on every Pokemon that you encounter to catch. At the same time, it increases the catch rate by 1.25, even with the Pokemon GO Plus, Pokemon GO Plus Plus. Alright, but if you talk about the Ice Burn, which is the one that I use more often, it's also a 10 minutes duration, and it slows down the ring, so you can actually hit great more effectively. But the Pokemon still attacks, and also you can land accident throw also much easier once you get used to the mechanics. But also at the same time, the catch rate increases by 1.5 times, whereas Freeze Shock is 1.25, Ice Burn is 1.5. Basically, the Ice Burn's catch rate increases slightly more, which to me is better, especially it also includes for the Pokemon GO Plus Plus. And that is useful, especially if you're just Go Plusing with Pokeballs while raiding at the same time. So during like the global Go Fest or the global WoW area, for example, WoW area is a bit tough because there are a lot of mighty Pokemon. But basically the global Go Fest, if you're just planning to Go Plus with Pokeballs, you can use Ice Burn, and as you are doing your raids, it'll make it easier for you to catch the raid boss, while you also Go Plus to catch more Pokemon. Alright, if that makes sense. But if you're using Ultra Balls and you're pressing your Go Plus Plus, then you can use Free Shock, or in fact use Spatial Rank. Okay, but that's it from me, man. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video of me showcasing the difference between Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. Like I said, they work very differently. I still prefer using White Kyurem over Black Kyurem. About 90% of the time I'm using White Kyurem over the Black Kyurem. Yeah, initially I thought Black Kyurem would be better, but after testing them out, it changed everything in terms of whatever I felt toward these two Pokemon. By the way, don't try spending a 45S on your in your Pokemon storage, man. Yep, don't try that. Alright, but that's it from me, man. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely remember to leave a like on the video. It'll be much appreciated. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, in the next video. Alright, it's time to say goodbye. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.